Hey everyone, so today I want to do an owner's experience and review of the new Honda eclutch system. Now around 2024, Honda introduced the eclutch for the European market and then later in 2024 for the North American market. It's available on both the CBR 650R as well as this CB 650R. Now, a lot of people have a difficult time wrapping their heads around what the eclutch system actually is. Essentially what Honda did is they left the transmission basically the same in both the CBR and the CB 650, and they added this actuator on the side that has two electric motors in it that basically articulate the clutch for you. Now, a lot of people think, is this an automatic? Is it a DCT? Is it a CVT? This is kind of in a league of its own of what it actually is. And the best way I describe this to people is this is basically a quick shifter with the addition of the option of not having to pull the clutch lever in both when you're starting and stopping. So most people are familiar with quick shifters. They've been around for a while. When you shift up or down, you don't have to pull the clutch lever in. But with most bikes with quick shifters, when you're getting going or starting, you still have to let the clutch in and out. With this bike, you don't have to do that, but you still have to shift with your foot. So this is sort of a semi-automatic transmission, but you still have to shift with your foot. It's not automatic. So what's different about this is, like I said, when you're getting going or stopping, you just leave the clutch lever alone. You can use the clutch if you want in two different ways. You can either pull the clutch lever in at any time and override the eclutch system and ride it like a regular manual transmission motorcycle. Or you can go into the menu and turn the system off completely and then ride it like a regular motorcycle and it won't come on back on automatically. Because if you pull the clutch lever in, override the system, after a few seconds, the eclutch system will be available again. But again, you can just override it and just keep overriding it if you don't want to use it. So how the eclutch system works when you do want to use it. When you turn the bike on, if you'll listen, you'll hear a little chirp. Now right now there's very little slack in the clutch. And notice this, the cable moves very little. Hear that little chirp? Not the fuel pump, but that chirp. That basically puts slack into the system. Now I have all this slack in the clutch cable. What that did was that basically the eclutch took control of the actual the clutch and the pressure plate, and it's basically going to articulate the clutch for me. So when I want to get going on this bike, I turn the ignition on just like that. I start the bike as normal in neutral. I then shift down for first gear. When I want to get going, I never touch the clutch. Leave my hand on the bar, I twist the throttle, and the bike goes. You feel a little bit of I best describe would use the word chatter. I don't really think that's the best way to say it. You feel, when you take off at a very soft pace, you feel like a little like a duh-duh-duh-duh as the clutch starts to engage. It's not rough, it's very, very slight. It's almost unnoticeable. You almost kind of have to think about it when it happens to really notice it because it's so subtle. I don't really take off very fast when I ride this thing, but overall it's very, very smooth. And when you want to use the eclutch system fully, that's what it's like every single time you start. And when you want to stop the bike, same thing. You downshift appropriately as the bike is slowing down to keep the engine at an optimal range, not to over rev or under rev the engine. Come up to a stoplight, stop sign, whatever. You put the bike in first gear. You never pull the clutch in when you come to a stop. You leave your left hand on the bar. You leave the clutch lever alone if you want to use the eclutch system. And when you want to get going, roll on the throttle and it takes off again. So overall, the system is just incredibly smooth. Now, like I said, you want to use the regular clutch lever, grab it at any time. Now, one of the learning curves with this is that the system does time out. If you're sitting at a traffic light for a long period of time, it will go back into neutral and just have to basically just put it back in first gear just to re-engage the system because, like I said, it has that timeout for a while. But a little bit of a learning curve to it, but overall, it is what I would consider to be a much better experience on this bike. Now, I've had this for about a year now, this bike, and what do I think? What is my opinion of the eclutch system? This is an incredible system. I have to give it to Honda. I'm normally not the kind of person that buys something first generation when it's really new because typically there's a lot of bugs to work out of things. But I mean, Honda, I think, has some of the best engineers in the world working for them, and I think they were working on the system for a very long time. And it's pretty much flawless. The only problems I've ever had with the eclutch are because of mistakes that I have made. whether I go to upshift and I don't mechanically move my foot up enough and it doesn't actually change gear, where it'll hit the sensor, just like on a quick shifter, and the sensor thinks that it shifts, so it'll pull the clutch in, and then I go to get back on the gas again, and it's like, what just happened? Because it's waiting to be at a higher gear, but it's not. Nothing happens. The bike just goes back to the RPM you had it on. Nothing bad happens, but it just confuses the system. But again, that's because I didn't shift correctly. Or opposite, if I go into downshift and I didn't go all the way and end up between gears, you'll get a dashed line. Because normally it'll say which gear you're in on the TFT display. It'll just give a dashed line because it's like, where are we? I don't know where we're at. We're not in gear. So essentially, those are the only issues that I have with the eclutch system. But again, those are my fault. That's not a fault of the system. As far as the system itself, it's been absolutely flawless. And after owning this bike, and I own the previous CB650R 2023 model, if I had a chance to buy either bike again at the same price, I would buy this one every single time. I personally think this is a much quicker, more efficient way to ride this motorcycle. When you want to get up to speed, get through the gears, it's much quicker to get through the gears on this bike. You can shift gears in the middle of a corner and it doesn't upset the balance of the bike like you would with a traditional bike, or pulling in the clutch lever on this bike would, because the shift happens so fast that it doesn't cause that power interruption imbalance where it's transferring the weight because you're coming off the throttle. Sort of like the DCT in my GT500, the shifts are so fast you don't feel that power interruption and that change in the weight distribution of the bike you do with a traditional clutch lever on a regular motorcycle. I have nothing but good things to say about this. I was a little hesitant when I first bought this thing, how am I really gonna like it, but it's been flawless on the mechanical ends of this. I think the engineering is absolutely fantastic, how they engineered this and how they added this onto the bike without having to completely redesign it. And it feels pretty much the way my other CB650R felt, with the exception of I don't have to use the clutch lever, but if you want to use the clutch lever, use it. Use it manually, override the system, or turn the system off. Now, I haven't seen any real problems with this system, and the only complaints I've seen are from people that basically are, well, I want to ride a manual transmission motorcycle and I don't know what this is, so it's bad and I don't like it because it's different from what I'm used to. That's really all the complaints I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any complaints to the point where, oh, well, I actually had a problem with it. It's all people speculating that they're not going to like it because they haven't even tried it yet. So I think this is something, if you could demo a bike like this, I guarantee if you try this thing, 99% of people are gonna say, I like this better, because you still have the clutch. In the event the eclutch fails for some reason and it stops working, just pull the clutch in and ride it like a regular motorcycle. It's not gonna leave you stranded on the side of the road. So again, different, not DCT, not CVT, it's still a semi-automatic motorcycle. You still have to shift with your foot. A lot of people have a hard time understanding what this is because this is kind of in a class of its own. You still have to shift up and down with your foot. You just don't have to use the clutch if you don't want to. But I think that this system is really incredible. And not only that, but it also, people that might have some dexterity issues, it gives them the ability to ride this bike. If they have like arthritis in their hands and they have a harder time riding a bike with a clutch on it, you don't have to pull the lever if you don't want to. Just shift with your foot and that's it. It's quick through the gears, it's very comfortable, the system is very smooth, you barely feel the clutch engage when it goes in. It's very, for a mechanical system that is articulating the clutch, it's amazing how smooth they were able to get it. Some of these older systems like this in cars and bikes that would articulate the clutches, they would be kind of rough at low speed. This is very, very smooth. And I think this is something that a lot of people, if they can get past the fact that it's not a true manual and that it is semi-automatic and it is different from what motorcycles have been for 100 years or whatever they've had motorcycles out for now, it's something that's really, really cool, something different, something that gives you the ability to use it in a semi-automatic mode where you just have to shift with your foot, or if you want to pull the clutch lever in and use it like a regular motorcycle, you can do that. You have the option, but I think that this really enhances the overall performance of this bike without changing the majority of this bike, because compared to the last generation, really the eclutch is the only big difference. It changes the screen a little bit in a couple small things, but the engine, transmission, suspension, brakes, this is what the CB650R has been, a good, middleweight motorcycle that has good power, not too heavy, and overall good balance. But now I think the eclutch system has really enhanced and made this bike better with, honestly, there's really no downsides to this. I have nothing bad to say about this. If you're hesitant, try to demo this bike before you buy it, because I think that most people will absolutely love this, and I have nothing bad to say. After being hesitant like many people, after using it for about a year, this is a fantastic system, and anybody that's considering this bike, I would recommend getting the eclutch over the regular manual bike, because this gives you the best of both worlds. So that's my honest opinion of Honda's eclutch system for the CB or the CBR 650R. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.